Tim Dyson, Chief Executive of Next 15. Welcome to our interim results for 2010. I'm very pleased to report some relatively strong numbers given the recession that we all experienced in 2009. Pleased to say that the business is actually recovering remarkably well in this financial year. Revenues are up a relatively modest 2% to 34.2 million. Profit up a more impressive 44% to just over 2 million. EBITDA, a more impressive 36% to 3.6 million. I think the underlying things that you should really understand about these numbers are that really the business went through a pretty tough period in the first part of calendar 2009, which was really the second half of our last financial year. And what this really shows is that actually the business has recovered really to, relatively speaking, pre-recession levels. For investors, that should be particularly good news and should give fairly good indications about how we feel about the rest of this financial year and certainly the financial year still to come. If you look at that, you can probably also see that we have improved the dividend payment by 5.6% this time. That really, again, is a sign of our underlying confidence in the business. In the first half of the year, we made acquisition payments of about 4.3 million, leaving us with a relatively modest net debt position. That said, we believe that we'd be relatively cash generative in the second half of the year, and we should end up in the year with roughly 1.1 million of cash on the balance sheet. So from that perspective, again, this is a business that's producing cash and is in a relatively healthy state. I mentioned the fact that we spent 4.3 million on acquisitions. That was really largely the acquisition of M Booth in New York and the acquisition of Upstream Asia, which has now become our Byte Asia business. The culmination of those two acquisitions has really left us in a position where we now are building a good global consumer business, with M Booth working closely in partnership with Lexus over here in the UK. And Upstream becoming the Asian part of our Byte business, which was already a business that was relatively strong in Europe and in North America. So we end, if you like, the 6 months that we've just gone through with a good position. We have recovered from the recession that hit the whole world really in 2009 to be in a place where we're expecting relatively good organic growth in the second half of this year. And certainly a good platform for the following financial year. And we end it also with two pretty strong additions from a global footprint point of view, with Byte and M Booth really making some fairly significant contributions. We've also in that period made an investment in Project Metal, which is our digital business. That business is really still emerging, if you like, as a true company, and we are in the process of making some small acquisitions to further strengthen that. All of those things combined really show you that whilst this recession has been going on, we haven't just simply been hunkering down. We've been making steps for the longer term, and as a result, I'm pretty optimistic about the future for the company. Thank you.